Welcome to a Tiger TV exclusive interview. I'm Brie, Andras, the Tiger TV sports director, joined by the big swagoo and LSU and NFL alum Marcus Spears. Marcus, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Glad to be back home. I've already eaten pretty well. I did my show at the Ops building, so I'm in weekend mode. I'm here for fun this weekend.
Not really here to work, huh?
No,
just here for fun. So speaking of that, how does it feel coming home? I know you don't get to come home that often. So how does it feel when you do get to come home from to Baton Rouge? What's your favorite part about it?
I just think seeing everybody, old friends, memories. I'm gonna go see my high school play tonight, and just kind of reminisce, reflect. I still have a bunch of friends that live here, work, they professionals. So we're going to hook up too and chill out a little bit tonight. But I'm really looking forward to seeing my old high school teammates tonight. They excited about going through.
Awesome. That's really cool. Yeah. So I want to jump right into it. So you're always so passionate behind LSU. I remember the 2019 year, seeing you go off on Stephen A. Smith is probably my favorite thing ever, especially after Bama and then after the national championship when you did the thing with your glasses. The funniest thing. So what about LSU makes you so proud to be an alum and always rep them so hard? And like, what makes it so special to always be able to come back?
Yeah, for me, it's the people. You know, we kind of generalize LSU, but LSU is the people, and really just having a platform to represent all of the people that put a lot of work into me getting to where I am. I'm always excited about that. And then when we win big football games, it had been 8 years since we had beat Bama. So I was waiting on it. I predicted it. Stephen A., he's an Alabama guy, unbeknownst to me, being from New York. But other than that, it just was you have. I read this great book called The Tipping Point, and very few times in television you get an opportunity to just let it fly. And that was one of those moments. But LSU continues to give to me. They gave to me in this career, gave to me when I was here playing, and obviously going on to the NFL. So LSU means a lot to me.
Definitely. So since you retired from a very successful NFL career and you had to transition to going to the other side of the camera, being an analyst, working in broadcast, how has that been working on the SEC network covering LSU and then now on the NFL network covering the Dallas Cowboys in Baltimore since you played for them as well?
Well, everybody know I'm biased. I'm biased as hell, and I know it's unprofessional, but I don't care. I do my job the way I want to do it. But realistically, I've been critical of LSU. I've been critical of Dallas. And football, for me, it's been my life. I got my 10,000 hours. There's a great book that says if you get 10,000 hours in anything, you consider the expert. I'm probably always going to stay at like 9,999 because it's a little act of fool in me when it comes to my teams. But when I think about the opportunities that both of those places presented to me, and now on a national platform, one of the recognizable faces in sports television, I'm going to rep where I'm from. I'm going to rep the team. I'm going to rep the school. I'm going to rep the Dallas Cowboys. They cut me a lot of checks, so I feel loyal to them.
For sure. So on that note, let's talk a little LSU ball. Yeah. You hype them up, but you're not afraid to be critical and to be hard on them at all. So what do you think is the biggest weakness that they've had in the last couple of weeks and what they need to fix in order to beat Auburn on Saturday?
One, consistency. You want to see 4 quarters of really good football and not have the lulls in the game. And usually in college, that's what you deal with because you either get drunk on success or your things are going bad and you kind of folding. But this team continues to fight. I want to see this talent start to assert itself as well. I think Max can be a really good quarterback in college. I think he has pro potential as well. And we know what Butte is at wide receiver. I need to see more of a holistic team for 4 quarters compete at a very high level. And if they can get to that point, it's never been about talent with LSU. It's always been about the approach, the execution, and what position or coach is putting you into. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing this weekend. We better win this weekend. I'm here. This is my weekend to be here. I don't know when the next time I'll be able to come. We better beat Auburn tomorrow.
Definitely. So on a little bit of a lighter note, you played D-line. You were a defensive end, and the D-line has been shining this year at LSU. They lead the country in sacks and tackles for loss. What do you think about this pass rush this year, and how crucial are they to the success of this team?
Very much crucial. Listen, I've always said, even when I was at SEC Network, defensive lines in college can dominate games. You can win games with those guys up front. I might know somebody that know a little bit about that. But it's just the approach that they have. It's a relentless pursuit to the quarterback, and I think that's first and foremost what you need in order to be a defensive line. And in order to win games that technically you're not better than the team that you're playing against, that's what you need. You need turnovers, you need sacks, you need negative yardage, and putting teams in bad down and distance situations and giving yourself an opportunity to get off the field. They're doing a good job of that. The ante is up this tomorrow, though.
Definitely. So staying on the defensive side, Andre Anthony unfortunately had a season-ending injury in his 6th year. Derek Stingley Jr., one of the best corners in the country, is also out. So how do you think this team will adjust to that?
Yeah.
They did it last week, but Auburn's a completely different team. So how do you think they will adjust, and who do you think needs to step up?
Well, listen, this for me is a group effort, and I always love the question about who needs to step up. When you lose stars on your defense, specifically, it becomes about 11 guys in communication. So that's really the foundation of it. Now, Auburn's run game with Tank is crazy. Like, he's a physical runner, but you can get Bo Nix in some questionable situations. He'll make some questionable decisions. Initially, stop the run. Yeah. That's what you have to do, and allow this league-leading, national-leading defensive line to be able to rush the passer for majority of the game. So initially, if they can get this run taken care of, I don't think you're in the era no more where you stop the run, but limit it and then get into long passing downs, and you feel good about what they've been doing so far this season.
Definitely. So I have to ask about the QB1 situation. We heard that TJ Finley, who transferred to Auburn, might be starting for Auburn. And then we have Max Johnson. So how would you compare the two, and how do you think this game will go for both of them?
Listen, I think TJ is a tremendous player. I think there's some development, some rawness to him, but I think he can be a really good player. Max the same way. But the thing that, I mean, obviously you guys have covered a tremendous amount, but Max's father played professional football, so he should be ahead of where most guys are at this point. I think he just provides a little bit of a spark. I hate doing this because 2019 was so long ago when it really wasn't, because I still relish in it. But you see a little bit of that Joe Burrow energy in his demeanor, in the way he goes about the game, kind of a swag element to him that he doesn't shell up. Like the Florida game, that was a tough environment for him last year. He was able to come in and do well. I think we're in good hands. Tomorrow I'm going to find out, but I really do believe we're in good hands. And with Finley and Bo Nix, and obviously the relationship with Bo Nix and Harsin, the head coach, but Finley, to me, gives them the best opportunity to win at this point because we know what Bo Nix is.
Right. So lastly, last question before I let you go. LSU is favored by 3 points tomorrow. It's Saturday night in Death Valley. You know more than anyone how electric that energy is. It's possibly one of the best environments in college football. In my opinion, it is the best environment in all of sports.
It is.
Saturday night in Death Valley with 102,000 of your closest friends.
Yes.
So can I get a score prediction from you about this game tomorrow?
Yes, I got LSU 24. I have Auburn 20. That's how it's going to go down. I said it. So when the score is like that tomorrow, y'all know who gave y'all the preamble to it.
Yeah, earlier today on our radio show, KLSU Tiger TV radio show, I predicted 22-17. So we're pretty close. Pretty close on there. So that's going to conclude our interview. Thank you so much, Marcus, for joining us today.
Very welcome.
We really
Good
appreciate
job.
it. Thank you
Yeah,
so
that
much.
was dope. Yeah.
So thank you for joining us for a Tiger TV exclusive interview, and go Tigers.